Hey, screenwriters, this is Lee Jessup coming at you with part 4 of my 5-part screenwriting mantra series. And the mantra I wanted to share with you today that I've certainly often talked about, and I know anybody who's worked with me or been to my live events has heard me say this at least once. And that mantra is this: screenwriting, the journey to a screenwriting career, is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Incredibly important to remember and incredibly important to pace yourself accordingly. This is an industry where, at least in early stages, nothing happens quickly, right? And that is true to the writing, and that is true to attention, and that is true for a lot of things. Now, we do hear about, there's something that happened, it's lightning in a bottle. Somebody surfaced and sold a script for a lot of money, and now they're a bona fide working industry writer. Those stories are great. I'm lucky to work with a few writers that happened for, but what they don't tell you is that before that lightning in a bottle moment, there was a lot of work and a lot of frustration and a lot of writing and a lot of networking. And oftentimes those overnight success stories are really not overnight if you scratch the surface just a little bit and discover that the writer had been hard at work on their craft, on their industry relationships, on their brand, the spaces they're writing in, all the things. So it's really important to remember and pace yourself for a marathon and not a sprint. You do your kind of self-care differently when you are preparing for a marathon, where you know that there's a pace that you're going to have to get up to and then sustain for a period of time before you get to the finish line. Then you're just doing 100 meters. You're going to go hard and fast and quick and get there and then potentially collapse. So it's really important as you think about your screenwriting practice, as you think about your screenwriting routine, and consider your writerly diet. And if you're not sure what that is, go back, it's in a video. That you consider all of those things, taking into account the pacing of it all. Because if you're just starting out and you're like, hey, I'm writing my first script and it's going quickly and pacing's great and I'm trying to hit all of these competition deadlines, great. Love it, but do it in a sustainable clip as much as you can. Of course, there are times where you will realize that on May 1st, you have something that's due on May 30th because a new fellowship just announced that they're launching and they're giving you 1 month to get everything together. And yeah, then you make that sprint push. But generally, and looking at the building of your career, you want to be able to get to a clip that you can sustain and be consistent about, because consistency, when it comes to breaking into screenwriting, when it comes to being a successful screenwriter, consistency is key. So today's mantra, it's a marathon, it's not a script, is the thing. Look out tomorrow for the last in my 5 mantra series. And of course, subscribe to my channel if any of this has been useful. Bye.